In this video, I'm going to introduce you to how to use brushes and how to combine them with blend modes. So you'll see that I have my base image of the rose, and I also have a separate layer with the rose alone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by creating a new layer. I'm going to rename this Rose Color, and I'm going to select my brush tool. My brush tool is fairly large right now. You can bring this down to about 150, 200, and we're going to keep the brush really soft so it has a feathered edge. Once your brush settings are updated, go down to your foreground color picker and double click on the box and choose a color that you want to begin with. Once you have a color selected, you're going to begin painting over the rose in the new layer that you created. You can adjust the size of the brush by hitting the bracket buttons on your keyboard and just painting over that entire layer. I can also adjust the color by going over here to my right panel and selecting a color on the scale. So I'm going to continue making different brush strokes at random to add some depth and dimension to this rose. And I'll show you what it looks like once we move on to the next step. Let's go ahead and add some light pink in here. And I'm noticing that that's a little bit too bright. So what I can do is I can go up to my opacity, which is going to change the transparency of the brush stroke. So if I set this to 50%, you'll see that I'm able to actually pick up some of the color behind it and see through. It's not entirely transparent. Once you're happy with how your color is laid out, right-click on your rose color layer and select Create Clipping Mask. This is going to mask the color so it's only affecting the rose outline below it. Once that's selected, we're going to explore different blend modes. So where it says normal in your layer panel, select that and use your arrow keys to explore what different blend modes look like on the flower. You can experiment with lightening and darkening the flower without doing anything to your brush strokes. I really like the way the overlay looks, so I'm going to go ahead and press return to say OK. And what I can do from here with my rose color layer selected is I can continue to go in with my brush tool and I can add different strokes of color to make sure that the image is the way that I want. Once you're done and once you're happy with the end result, take a screenshot and add it to your Leveling Up in Photoshop slide.